Someone asked me what kind of whistles do I use, or have I got different whistles on different dogs, and so I do use different whistles for their sides. So for their left and right, I have them on different whistles, and I often have them on different commands. Um, but for walk up is nearly always the same, and stop is always the same, and that'll do is always the same. So stop is just a simple long whistle, and that'll do is, and so I call all my dogs on that'll do whistle, and get up just tends to be, or if I want to, to hurry up, and probably should have a better call up whistle, but that's usually the kind of dogs I like. You tend to have to stop them as opposed to encourage them forward. So any little whistle does is a walk up usually, and then with the sides, I like to have the commands on different verbals, just because when I'm working or I'm on the hill and maybe I have the dogs in near me, I don't really want to use whistles, so I might just want to give them a quick verbal command. And so if I say I've got 3 dogs on a way and come by at the moment, so if I've got a couple of those working together and I happen to say the command, the verbal instead of whistling, but sure, they're all going the same direction. I think I have a little video on YouTube there to show that. But just somebody asked me what are my whistles. Maybe they were thinking of using a different set. And so when I got Bruce came to me with the whistles already on him, and I'll just give you the left and right. So I'll start with the left. So Bruce's left is, so that's simple enough, and then his right is, and while they're different and all, they both kind of end a bit the same, but it doesn't seem to cause any confusion for Bruce. And then Jim, my Jim dog, I put the whistles on him. They're a set of whistles I got from Norman Deacon years ago, and so his is the left is, or, and then the right is, and so they work well, and I like those because they're definitely different. And even when you, the little bits of confusion when you give him a little short one, sometimes it's like a little bit of a that'll do whistle on his right flank, but you have a bit of that, and I just assume that the dogs will be able to differentiate. And then I called Tony Rolfe there. I have a little thing on SoundCloud with Tony Rolfe telling me how to put standard whistles on a dog, because I know a lot of people use standard whistles, and so whenever I think I might be selling a dog, I tend to put standard whistles on him, because there'll be no confusion then for whoever buys them. So the standard whistles are, left is, and then the right whistle is a big old dead whistle like that. I'm not overly fond of that dead whistle, the right one, but I've seen Kevin Evans and a couple of people use a variation of it, to kind of a quicker one, because when you want to, how do you quicken up? But I've seen Kevin doing kind of a quicker one, and so you can do that, put a bit of urgency in it. And then the other set I have that I put on Bert, and I put on Bert's father as well, and I'm not sure that they're the greatest set of whistles. They're a little bit similar. So his left whistle is, and his right whistle is, so they're just kind of inverted. But I'm not sure. I think on a windy day, if they're only catching half the whistle, there can be a little bit of confusion with that set. I'm not just happy with it, and I'm not going to change Bert now, but I would like to put a slightly different whistle, on one side, just to make it clearer for him. But he's been on those for a while now, and part of the problem could be just Bert's a bit impulsive. So if you see videos of me working with dogs, if you listen, you'll find out which, you'll see which whistles they're on for their sides. But it's funny, Bert and Bruce and Jim are all on a way and come by, and I have more of them. If the other verbal commands I use, so it's away and come by, and then I use keep off and to me, and then the other one I use is just go right and come left. Some people say keep left, I say come left. That's the way it works for me. So I'll give you all those whistles again if you want to hear them. So Bruce is to the left, to the right. Jim is, and say Ralph is, and then Bert is, so you can see Bert's are a little bit similar. So that's my whistles, and that's my commands.